Close your eyes for a minute, close your eyes for a second. I won't change my mind.
Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, Poshcateyes Unfiltered. As usual, I'm coming to you from my mobile space. And today we are definitely going to be looking at what trended this week. Not a lot to talk about, but there is a little bit of a juicy take on one of the trending stories that I will be giving you today. First things first though, to my subscribers, new and existing, thank you so much for joining and staying on. I do appreciate your support. However, I need you to do me a favor. Please share this channel with your friends and your family. They need to come on board with you, so that they can also enjoy what you have got on. They don't want to miss out on all the fun we have here. And please don't forget to like, comment, and as you know, again, share this channel. And with that said, let's just get into my trending news for the week. So we're gonna start off with a bit of sad one. I know this is a local news. MasterChef Australia, which is one of my favorite reality cook show. Again, I am not going to be winning a shoe chef by any means. I won't even come 12th position. My culinary skills sucks. However, I can appreciate a show that tends to teach you a thing or two about something that you might need to add into your own kitchen. And so this is one of my favorite reality series on Channel 10. And not surprised, rather a big shock when I woke up on Monday morning to the news that, because it was meant to premiere on Monday, this past Monday, and I woke up to the news that one of the judges who, they're all, because these are all new selection. We had the previous judges that were there, and then I think their contract ran out, a bit of a messy situation that went down there, and then we got new judges, 2 men and a beautiful lady. And we got to find out, big shock, that one of the judges by the name of Jock Zonfrillo, I'm not pronouncing his surname correct, and I do not want to mess it up, but his name, he goes by the name Jock, passed on. It was a massive shock to the system. We were like, oh my god, the show is premiering tonight. We were all looking forward to seeing what this particular season would be bringing us. There has been a little bit of snippy trailers that's just been coming on, and I was really excited. And to hear of the devastating news that happened, I think it happened in the early hours of Monday or probably Sunday, we don't know, because apparently a welfare call was put forward to the Victorian police, who then went on to the hotel where he's staying at. Probably missed a few press briefing, and of course the show was meant to premiere on Monday, and I guess that welfare and call led to his to the discovery of his remains. Rest in peace, Jock. I don't know you personally, but from the stories and from the fact that we've watched you on our screen 2 seasons now that I've watched him on, he's been nothing short of a gentleman and just an amazing chef and a judge on MasterChef Australia. I do not know how this is going to impact, or nothing. A lot has not been said about how his demise is going to impact this particular season that we're about to see. However, Channel 10 did pause promotion and release of the season, and it's been slated to air next week. So come Monday, I think it will be airing, which is maybe 7th of May. It will then come to air. They had to get approval from the wife, who probably is totally devastated, but then I guess in show business, the show must go on. I know, how sad. He has had a very checkered life, and he has made no apology for his past, and I guess has atoned for those. He does again suffer from anxiety, and it's where is he proud, because he has this stress bead that he carries around with him every time. So cause of death has not been revealed. I guess we may get to find out. We may never know exactly what led to his death. However, I would say this: rest in peace to you, Jock. And I am sort of now curious to watch this particular season of MasterChef, just because this is probably the last memory of his legacy, you know, going forward. And yeah, to his families and friends, I hope you guys keep the support going for his kids, his young kids, and his older kids who are now left behind to deal or manage the loss of Jock, their dad. Now, with that said, there's another grim story to also report. Now, as for Jamiefoxx, the update is again not quite conclusive. It's a little bit hit and miss. I've been going on different social media spaces just to get some type of news. Shade Room reported that in fact, I went on his page and there was a post. He was appreciating his fans and thanking them for supporting him. Now, we obviously know that celebrities they don't handle their social media space. They leave this to their PR team. So obviously, the PR team are also trying to keep his memory in our hearts by posting that on his behalf. Sharel's World on YouTube is saying that she is getting insider information to the fact that, you know, it is pretty serious, his medical condition that is not being disclosed to us, rightly so. We don't really need to know all of these details. However, today, this morning, my time, Australian time, I went on YouTube and I was watching Tissa Tells. She is also a YouTuber, an American YouTuber, and she had this caption that allegedly he is in a medical coma. Now, I really don't know anything, okay? All of the information I'm getting is being sourced from the internet. However, we are wishing Jamiefoxx speedy recovery. Hopefully he comes out of this and gets to share his experience, and we would like to see him. Remember, he is a prolific African-American actor. He's been in the space. He's very famous and well-loved and well-liked. And so, again, we are wishing you, Jamiefoxx, speedy recovery. As I get more information and updates, I will be sharing that on here, as you all know. I know you guys will be like, what was with all the sad news for today? Guys, I know it's basically what's been trending. There's not a lot trending, or there wasn't a lot trending this week, except for all of this sad news. Now, for one more, it's not a sad news, but it's more like a very surprising news. I only got to find out this news probably yesterday. Apparently, there is a young Australian by the name of Alex Shonley who went to Taiwan on a 1-year exchange program of sorts. Please don't quote me, might not be clear. It was on 9 News yesterday and as well as this morning. I think ABC also had something about this particular story, as well as Yahoo, whatever. So I'm going to credit all of my stories today. Shade Room, 9news.com.au, ABC News, Sharel's World, and Tissa. Thank you so much, because I got all my information from you guys. So thank you for providing the platform to which I was able to source all my trending stories for this week. Now back to this story. So Alex apparently went to Taiwan a year ago for an exchange program, and he was due to return back sometime in March. However, things took a turn for the worse, where he got poisoned. Okay, now I did not know. I'm not on Facebook, guys. I'm not on Facebook, so I did not know this. It wasn't really breaking news, or maybe I missed the memo on this one. But so this week he was medically evacuated from Taiwan, and this was by the support from well and meaningful Australians who donated to his parents' plea for support on this guy's GoFundMe page. Close to 200,000 Australian dollars was raised to medically evacuate him from Taiwan because he did not have travel insurance when he left. Now, y'all know, seriously, like, I'm not plugging any insurance company, but there's 2 types of insurance you need to get, and that's your travel insurance and your car insurance. Those 2 insurance, for me, like, you need to get those. And so, as I was saying, he was apparently poisoned. Now, this morning, I saw on my news feed that he's, now get this, 45. This guy is 20 something, 24 or 26, if I'm not mistaken. And news reporting today, this morning, is that his 45-year-old Taiwanese girlfriend is now under police investigation in Taiwan. This article is alleging that police have zeroed in on her because they have found substances that can be identified and traced to this guy's situation. Because again, they found out he was poisoned by a substance called super waffin. Now, waffin is a compound that kills rats. It's a chemical compound that kills rats. Now, the super waffin, I really don't know most of these chemical poisons, but apparently it is quite lethal because when ingested, you are going to be experiencing symptoms of hemorrhaging everywhere. Apparently, Alex was hemorrhaging. He woke up in a pool of blood, hemorrhaging from his nose, from his mouth, from his everywhere. Upon presenting to the hospital, it took a while before he was placed in the ICU. He had fluid in his heart, in his lungs. He has hemorrhaged into his muscles. My God, how did this guy survive this particular poison? It's beyond me. Now, thank God for Aussies, kind Aussies, who supported this family to get their child back to Australia to get good medical care. They are reporting that he is in a stable condition, which is good news. However, there's been a lot of organ damage. We don't know a lot more that's to come. I guess we're going to find out as this develops. It is quite sad that the 45-year-old who is meant to be a mother figure but decided she was going to be, cradle crawling on a 24-year-old Aussie boy has now decided that she allegedly is going to be poisoning. For what reason? But I can tell you why. Probably she wanted to marry this 20-year-old boy so that the boy can bring her to Australia on a spousal visa or whatever. And maybe he's like, man, I'm too young for this. It was meant to be for a good time, not a long time, And she got probably upset and decided she was going to poison this guy. Allegedly, guys. We don't know. We're going to uncover this as we go on. No, but seriously, this is quite sad for a 45-year-old woman to perpetrate a heinous crime, if proven, as this. Now, with my cradle crawling story, there is one that came straight out of Brazil. And oh my God, I am still literally quite shocked. I saw this particular news of a 65-year-old politician, a 65-year-old Brazilian politician who secretly or whatever has married a 16, get this guys, a 16 years old high school girl. I don't even understand. Now, this marriage apparently was supported by the girl's parents. Because from what we're saying, from what we're hearing, this particular lawmaker gave contracts, job opportunities to the girl's family. Is that to buy their silence or to, I don't really know. Did they really sell this kid to this 65-year-old pedophile man? And you know what? This is not his first marriage. I think from what the article said, he's been married 7 times prior to cradles, guys. Other young girls. So he marries them young. When they grow old, he's like, you're not my type anymore. I'm done with you. Go away. I'm bringing another young person. If you're living in Brazil, guys, and you're watching this, hide your daughters from this wrinkled old fellow. Disgusting behavior. I do not know what the law is for infant. Why would you be desiring to be with a child? What is the... I cannot comprehend this. It is trending. And that's why I'm like, I needed to say this here to pass on a message. Tell your kids. Protect your kids from men like this. With that said, guys, there's one more trending story for you before I get off my phone and go about my business of the day. Now, this particular one is quite interesting. So, barrister, an African-American female barrister by the name of Ebony K. Williams, I think. She's got a podcast. She had a guest by the name of Ivana or Iana. I can't pronounce her name, guys. Again, guys, when I read this story, I had to just quickly get on here to report or give you my take on this particular trending story. It's really trending because it's been days old, and up until this morning, people are still talking about it and giving their opinion. And you would see why. Now, during this particular conversation or during this particular guest appearance or this interview, whatever the conversation was about or whatever the conversation was centered on, I cannot tell you, because the only part of the conversation that was interesting for everyone was the fact that the podcast host, Ebony K, was asked by Inyanyala or whatever her name is. Not, apologies for pronouncing your name wrong, okay? If she would marry a bus driver, to which Ebony K said, absolutely not. But if he owns the bus, that will be a different scenario. No sooner has she said that, she was branded all the names you can imagine. A gold digger, someone that's trying to climb up, or, not appreciating humble work, or belittling black men who are struggling for the come up. But she has been blasted on the internet, guys. And so Ebony K decided to come to her defense and said, whilst everyone has got an opinion, she personally has a type, and she is not going to settle for mediocrity. And according to her, African Americans have been brainwashed by the idea of being comfortable in their middle class status. Now, as we all know, the history of the African American struggle in America is a long debate that I do not want to get into, because I don't want anybody to come for my neck. Okay. Now, she feels young African American men are not being pushed to seek or chase wealth or a struggle or think for a better future for themselves, but rather they are being praised for the level that they are at, which she considers as mediocre. And I do not know a lot of the specifics of this particular conversation. Apologies, guys. So, however, I would say this. Yes, we have all got a type, guys. We have all got a type. Now, criticizing this lady for not wanting the bus driver, but rather the bus owner, it's a far stretch. I think you guys would not expect someone in her status. She is a lawyer. She is, should I say, according to her, comfortable to settle for a bus driver. But again, I think the most important thing is the fact that why would this particular lady, Inyala or whatever her name is, put this lady in the spot like this? Now, she could have phrased the question, would you marry a bus driver if he was humble, driven, supportive, caring, loving, respectful, stuff like that? Bring out all the qualities and then have her make that decision, not put her on the spot. Like, what sort of question is that anyway? Would you marry a bus driver? Like, why would you be asking me that? You already know the answer you're expecting to get. I guess she wanted to maybe ridicule this young lady by the name of Ebony, because she has been ridiculed online. She has, but guess what? Ebony is not someone to just cower. She has also come forward to defend her claim, or defend her decision, or defend her choice, and should I say, even have everyone asking the question, why do I settle for less, or why should I settle for less, and what's the reason behind me settling for less? And you know what? This is going to be a conversation that will continue way beyond this week. And I think we men in general, I'm not going to classify it in race. We need to also ask ourselves, what are we comfortable with? Because that decision is ultimately yours to make. Now, whether you want the bus driver, the bus owner, whatever, cleaner, the gatekeeper, the security guard, your choice. But the point is, you are the one that's going to live in that relationship for the rest of your life, not me. And so, are you going by what people say? Are you a people pleaser, or you are pleasing yourself? Because I don't think Ebony K is a people pleaser here. She has made a choice for herself that is comfortable for her. And so also, you have also got that right to make the choice for yourself that will be comfortable for you in the long run. I have said this in my series. Before you think of getting married, these are the questions, the hard questions you need to ask yourself. And finance, believe it or not, plays a major role in your marital decision making. A number of marriages have crashed. Some financial reasons are the major cause of their crash. Right now, we are experiencing high inflation, guys, all across the globe. So I don't think I want a bus driver, excuse me, my opinion, just because I want to please what others are expecting me to do, or I want to please people. Now, I can tell you my story is very interesting because, I probably somebody needs to share to let you know. So I am not saying there's anything wrong with being a bus driver. I don't have a problem with being a bus driver. I'm not, I'm not wealthy, so I can choose, make my own choice. However, before I pick this bus driver for a potential spouse, I'm asking him all my personal questions. And if you miss my series, go on there. It's on there. Questions that you need to be asking your significant other before you tie the knot. You can be a bus driver. You can be a waste person, a waste truck driver, for all I care. The most important thing is, are you bringing in income regularly? Have you got prospects? Are you driven? Are you honest? For me, honesty is the most important thing. Are you honest in your dealings? Are you compassionate? Because yes, the question remains, we all like comfort. We all like comfort, but to what expense? Are you willing to sacrifice comfort for your peace of mind? That's a choice that's completely up to you. And so we should stop criticizing people for making a decision that is comfortable for them. Seriously. Don't feel salty that you are a bus driver and Ebony K doesn't want you. She doesn't want you, but she probably might want your boss. That's her. That's where she's at. You don't expect Bill Gates to come marry a cleaner. It's not happening. You don't expect Bill Gates' kids to go marry a bus driver. I said it. It's not happening. But if it happens, go figure. Maybe that is what she wants. I guess she's able to cater for both. And so let's not reduce African women to mediocrity. We shouldn't. We shouldn't say you have to accept the bare minimum. No. However you are, whatever you want for yourself, that is what you should go for. Because at the end of the day, you are the one living your life. I'm not living your life for you. And when you're crying, I won't be there to comfort you. I'm a total stranger. And so my opinion should not matter. And with that said, guys, what do you think? Would you marry a bus driver or the bus owner? Would you base your decision on what people will say? Or you base your decision to what your preferences are? Now I'm going to leave this here. Until next time when I come on with some more trending conversations, stay safe and be focused. Thank you for watching.